Now, it's time to get down to business with Kevin Harrington.
Hi there, I'm Kevin Harrington. I'm an original shark from the hit television show Shark Tank, and I'd like to welcome our viewers today to our virtual interview segment featuring the CEO of a company that I've worked with many times. Please welcome JJ Hebert of MindStir Media. JJ is a USA Today and Wall Street Journal best-selling author, as well as the CEO of MindStir Media, his award-winning book publishing company. And JJ has published over 1,000 books through MindStir Media, many of which are bestsellers and award winners. And International Business Times called JJ the entrepreneur to watch, and they also praised MindStir as the best book publisher in Los Angeles. And JJ also writes for Forbes magazine, Entrepreneur magazine, where he shares book publishing and marketing tips. And JJ, I just want to say thanks for being here. Happy to have you and welcome.
Thanks for having me, Kevin. I appreciate it.
Fantastic. So we got a lot of good questions, and it's been awesome working with you over the years. And I mean, 1,000 books. That's pretty impressive, right?
It's been quite a journey, yeah.
Yeah. And so I've endorsed many of the books for some of the authors that you've put together. And you and I have a business anthology that we're coming out with right now. But and we've worked together for many years, but for the viewers that don't know much about yourself and or MindStir, tell us, why should they publish with MindStir Media?
I think one of the biggest benefits of publishing with MindStir Media is the fact that the author keeps all of his or her rights. And that's something that really sets us apart from a lot of the other publishers. Usually with traditional publishing, for instance, they're basically buying the rights to your book. So that means they can pretty much do whatever they want to the book. And that can be kind of disheartening for the author. The other thing that really sets us apart is we offer royalties up to 100%, which is industry leading. So you'll be able to hopefully recoup your investment a lot faster than you would with another program.
Yeah, and owning your content is a pretty big thing in many ways, because I know one of my books, I ended up, people that wanted, like mass copies of it kind of thing. The publisher held a big, dollars over my head in terms of how much they needed to get per book, and many times they made deals impossible for me to do. So that's an important thing, and I know you give good advice for folks to do that. So, and speaking of advice, so many mistakes that people make when they're publishing. What are some of the common publishing mistakes to avoid?
I think a lot of authors, especially new authors, they underestimate the power of a good book cover. The book cover is basically your number one marketing tool early on, so it needs to be eye-catching and professional. You can't just slap it together, some amateurish cover, and expect it to sell. And then the editing process is also incredibly important. Believe it or not, a lot of the self-published authors, they just bypass that process altogether, and that's the real negative experience for the consumer or the reader. So you want to make sure that you align yourself with a professional editor as well. Gotcha.
And of course, as we both know, JJ, writing a book is so powerful in helping you build a brand. I mean, for me, my first book came out, and little did I know that somebody like Mark Burnett from Shark Tank was out there watching me promote it and actually got in touch with me. So you never know who's out there at the right time. So writing a book is powerful. And just for my last question, we're trying to wrap a really tight, powerful interview up here. One piece of writing advice to our audience. If you have one piece of advice, what would it be?
You need to outline before you write. So before you write that first draft, sit down and write a chapter by chapter outline. Chapter 1, what are you trying to accomplish here? Chapter 2, what are you trying to accomplish there? And just keep going up until the end of the story. So the chapter by chapter outline is really important. It'll keep your writing tight, and it'll help you avoid writer's block.
Fantastic. I love that. Thank you for being with us, JJ. And as always, especially for any entrepreneurs out there, publishing is a key step in growing your brand and making yourself stand out. So If you're thinking about writing a book, or you've written a book and you want to work with a trusted industry leading publishing company, then I'm going to recommend you go to MindStir Media, and you can visit them at mindstirmedia.com, and you can sign up there for a free consultation. Thanks for being with us, JJ. It's always a pleasure working with you.
Thanks a lot, Kevin.
Take care.